Pokemon Shiny. You are not a shiny. Oh, hi there. Don't mind me. I'm just shiny hunting during our little break. So anyway, welcome to the holiday special that I've been promising you guys. Lot of interesting explanations for this particular video. Originally, the video... When I started doing the recordings for all this stuff back in early October, the original video came out to be an hour and a half. And you're not shiny either. And then certain things started happening, and then all of a sudden the video expanded to just about 2.5 hours. But after the situations that made the video go up by an hour were rectified, basically... I took out some angering comments that no longer apply to any situations because all problems have been dealt with. And in addition, added some new interesting comments that, for the most part, I found funny. And you're not funny because you're not shiny. So anyway, after much variations of this movie and much editing, the final variation of this movie, including this intro, came out to be a tiny bit over 2 hours. So, yeah, a full-length feature movie from me for you guys for the holiday season. I hope you guys have a nice and awesome 2019. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of 2018, and I hope you guys enjoyed this film. Because I really wanted to do something interestingly funny for you guys. And I figure a comments reaction video to comments concerning me would do the trick. And hopefully, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. There are some things that I will discuss that will be serious, but I'm more than positive that the reactions will still be, for the most part, right around 95% funny. Even though I am serious in a couple segments. So, meanwhile, did all the eggs hatch? Yes, they did. So while I try to find a shiny Vulpix I can evolve into a shiny Ninetales named Pearson, and if you know anything about Pokemon and racing, you'll get what I'm after. I hope you guys enjoy this over 2-hour feature-length presentation movie. This is Ultimate23Dragon, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now, the first thing before we get started with any of that is that this is the other category on basically every other website. There's only one, so I'm going to take not too much time with this one. I don't know why this happened, but back in 2016 when I did Tamarkanite Unite Month, which is the Peter Tamarkin Memorial Month for the 10-year anniversary of his tragic death in a plane crash, I did a montage of my favorite poems from Pressure Luck. Now, I don't know why this happened, but somebody by the name of Mike McComb sent in my video for some weird comparison contest or something. I don't have all the details. It's either the best of something or the worst of something. And apparently the reigning champion, in terms of this particular website, at that time, was Richard Simmons' appearance on Who's Line. So Mike McComb decides to send in my Tamarkanite Unite Month Pressure Luck poem montage under the caption named The Case for Terrible Whammy Poetry. And his poem, because he sent in a poem, goes as follows. Roses are red, violets are blue. When Pressure Luck ran short, this is what we were subject to. So, we're getting to the point where we're mocking by game show videos for no reason. And sadly, this is not the only time something game show related was mocked against me for no reason, as you'll see later on. And by the way, the Richard Simmons clip won, because apparently if you go through the rest of whenever this happened, you see that one until it apparently lost. I don't know if it's the best of something or the worst of something, but I kind of want to say it's the worst of something, because Richard Simmons on Whose Line? Eh. But other than that, let's move on. Now we're going to start with YouTube, and this is a weird one. Back in 2017, when NASCAR announced the new format they were going with the stage racing, it was massively disliked, and it still is. They're trying to prove their worth, but it's just not gonna work out among the real fans. And you know this. Somebody in the comments sector, because I looked at this video because I was going to include it in my WTF Moments of 2017 thing during my NASCAR Awards. I might do a bunch of countdowns on that instead of an award show, because that didn't go over too well. But anyway, what happened was is that somebody decided to make a dumb comment and put me involved in it. Friday 13 and Ultimate Dragon like this video. What makes you think I would like this video? For the record, I dislike the video. Nice try. And the Friday 13 guy says, at least you got that right. And then they had a weird conversation from there. But let me be frank on this. No. I don't like this format. I never liked this format. It's making NASCAR more gimmicky. The only reason I decided to abandon my boycott NASCAR campaign after the 2016 season is because no one went with it, especially my dad and my boyfriend for some reason. And I wanted to see when this fails, not if, when this fails, how many of the troll fans are going to blame Marty Reid for this? Exactly. Jeff Gordon is a dragon, and other tales of salvation. Jeff Gordon is Ultimate23Dragon, confirmed. Aw, shit. Yeah, right. I asked Ultimate23Dragon if she had hurted you, and she said that you missed the point when you said that Kevin Grubb and Jimmy Mayfield's situations weren't similar. Your thoughts? She's clearly sick in the head. Okay, so apparently a lot of the NASCAR YouTubers did live stream reaction videos to one, if not all, of the season finale races for 2018. One of them being my so-called male counterpart on YouTube, which is Kamikaze Games, who is one of two NASCAR YouTubers I've been compared to for whatever reason. And apparently during his Truck Series finale video, I was brought up. Let's see what he has to say.
That's right, fucking Ultimate23Dragon. You know, I've been watching Scary Mary for years. I watched Ultimate23Dragon before I had a channel. Like, she's got a place in my heart, dude. And watching this whole thing go down, it's like, it's sad. I'm depressed. It's like, please stop. Please stop.
That's interesting. It really is. First of all, I can totally believe that he's been watching me even before he had a channel, because the only time I referenced the Scary Mary nickname I was given in high school, prior to right now, was the top 20 NASCAR nicknames that needs to die video when I brought it up when number 1 came up. And if you know what number 1 in that countdown was, then you'll know why. And the other thing is that a lot of people, because I know what video he's referencing, it was me informing Black Flags Matter that I know of how he feels about me and all that stuff. And I wanted to let him know that I was not happy about what he's been saying, because most of it was garbage. And the fact that most people are on his side on this is very depressing to me. And it makes me question a lot of things. And it looks like Kamikaze has seen that, and that's why he's sad for me. So I appreciate the concern, and believe me, that event makes me question a lot of things that I'm going to have to think about in the future. Now, the last notable, hilarious YouTube comment that connects to me, and this came off another video, and this was, funny. What happened here's the backstory. In early September, I was doing a Johnny Benson Twitter search, and the reason for this is because Johnny and Bill Elliott were both a part of a special charity race using vintage cars at the Virginia International Raceway. And I was trying to look up the results to it because you can't find anything else involved in this. Well, the only thing I know about this race is that Greg Biffle won. And I really don't know the rest of the results of anything associated with that charity event. But what happened is that in the midst of doing the Johnny Benson Twitter search, I found a weird comment that caught my attention. And yeah, I'm going, huh? Apparently, at the end of August, there was a video that was uploaded by Kamikaze Games, it turns out to be, that, apparently he was not too pleased with an AI version of Johnny Benson in the NASCAR Thunder 2004 game. And the funny part is that I watched the video, and if you watch the video at the point this was said, it will make you laugh your butt off, believe me. I can't stop laughing at his reaction to it.
He can fucking fuck himself in the ass, crew chief. Into the wall for good measure. There we go. Draft with me, Johnny. Don't fucking try and dive bomb my shit into turn 1. Draft with me, Johnny. No? You're gonna try and dive bomb my shit into turn 1? Yes. Yes, you are. Johnny Benson, you motherfucking bitch. Johnny fucking Benson with your motherfucking ugly ass face, with your fucking not accomplishing anything ass! Come the fuck on! You motherfucker, Johnny Benson! You motherfucker!
Now I know what would happen if Johnny drove like Kyle Busch. But the funnier part is that every so often I check the comment sector because you know someone's going to make a dumb reference to me, and sure enough, I was right. Because in the comment sector for this video one day, I found a quote that says, "Kamikaze was slayed by the dragon." What? You know what? If Johnny Benson was the person doing things on this channel, that would be accurate. It would. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time I've played a NASCAR game, because the latest copy of a NASCAR game I have is actually NASCAR Thunder 2004. And the main thing we did was create cars. The only other thing we really did was, I think it was the Mike Skinner challenge, and that was only because everyone wanted to see how many stupid ways Benson and Craven in front of us would wreck each other. But anyway, that's the story behind that. So thanks for the comment, but Johnny's not the dragon. I am. Of course, it would be interesting if Johnny had a YouTube channel. I know there are drivers that have YouTube channels. The Dillon brothers and Daniel Suarez have channels. I wonder which former driver the NASCAR YouTubian buddies would like to see have their own YouTube channel. That would be an interesting idea. Try to get a former driver involved in this. I don't think Johnny would do it, but it would be hilarious if he would do it. I'd probably be the first subscriber. Moving on. Okay, it's Twitter's turn, so let's have a little bit fun with one of the biggest trolls I think I've ever seen in Twitter history. At Libertine Stakes. First one. Lightning in the area at Darlington Raceway, so I assume this is happening to all the cars on the grid. The picture that is shown is the PlayStation 2 version of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 screen, where you start with Dale Jr., and then his car gets zapped and gets transformed into Johnny Benson's car, and then his car gets zapped and gets transformed into something else, and it keeps going and going and going until you do something with the actual game. Now, Libertine Stakes, I don't know why he did this, but he decides to put the comment, Ultimate23Dragon is triggered. I actually have this version of the... Actually, I have both versions of the game. I do have the 2003 PlayStation 1 and 2002 PlayStation 2 version of the game. So, I'm aware of this. So, no reason for me to be triggered. Nice try, though. There's something else Libertine Stakes had the brilliant idea of doing. I don't know why he did this, but he decided to make his own WrestleMania card featuring stuff involved with auto racing. He had at the Thrash Maniac 99 versus Kyle Busch. He had at What If Racing and Amy Hicks versus Jeff Purvis and a bag of chips. What? At Cody H Gaming versus Marketing Hell in a Cell. What? Here's another... I don't know why he put me involved in this, but he wants me versus Kagon YT, which turns out to be Kamikaze Games. So, yeah, that's a great idea. Josh Drake, that's the Libertine Stakes, by the way, versus David Land in a brick in a Texas death match. Atheist metal and NASCAR communities will be lumberjacks. What are you talking about? Ken Schrader versus Billy Venturini. Oh, great, people we actually know. And then finally, Jeremy Mayfield versus Brian France, no holds barred. That wouldn't work because Mayfield would win by forfeit. But seriously, what is with you guys and me and Kamikaze Games? We're not comparable! Thank you! Oh, that's not the only stupid thing this guy did. I don't know what the point of this was and why this guy tried to get me involved in this. Jeb Burton, yes, that Jeb Burton, tweeted out a weird pic of his dad, Ward Burton, with a caption that says, "Catch me outside Halbada." Halbada? What does that even mean? Libertine Stakes had the brilliant idea to reply with, he's probably looking at Ultimate23Dragon and going, what the hell is that woman talking about? I'm gonna ask the same question of you. What the hell are you talking about? I'm going to be honest here, the NASCAR YouTube community is in need of more female content creators. Who's going to step up? We do have Ultimate23Dragon, but obviously she's kind of crazy. Libertine states, I'm more than positive that after everything I read, I think you're the crazy one. So nice try. To be honest, I'm not surprised. Ultimate23Dragon hasn't been the most sane person around. This is the same person who thinks that Matt Kenseth, of all people, whines too much. You're joking, right?
I just nudged him a little off forward, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Call it what you want, but it's, I just feel like they've lost total control of this whole thing. That's not what racing's all about.
I'm not the most sane person around, says the guy who wants to make a NASCAR WrestleMania card. Why are some NASCAR YouTubers getting so much hate lately? Yeah, it's really weird. I don't hate anybody because hate is a pretty strong word in this case. Okay, maybe Ultimate Dragon, but that's mostly just an annoyance. Also, IDK can be a bit annoying, but that is just him trying to be liked on purpose, which is kind of funny. I'm kind of cringy. Well, at least you admitted it, AK Yankee 8. Black Flags Matter, to answer that question, I actually come up with a theory on that one. Now, I know you hate my theories for some reason, but hear me out on this one. I have noticed that a lot of the YouTubers who have gotten hate over the years, including you, me, Kamikaze Games, and David Land, I think it's because a lot of our videos lately have been focusing on the negatives of NASCAR. Like your NASCAR bus series, and anytime NASCAR does anything stupid, or if NASCAR is prioritized over IndyCar, or all the stupid things NASCAR has done that I've noticed. I think it's because a lot of our videos, especially in recent years, have focused so much on negative stuff, it gets annoying to some people after a while. Maybe we should start posting more and more of the possible positive videos, maybe? Of course, it'd be interesting how to do that. But that's what I think the reason is. People are sick and tired of negative racing videos. Just a theory, but I think it's a good one, like most of mine anyway. So, this video is meant to... I am not discussing that again. I am not discussing that again. You already heard me discuss that on Dragon Knight's Mailbag 7. And of all the NASCAR fans I hate the most about the new rules is Ultimate23Dragon. Just give the new rules a chance, girl! When NASCAR gives up on the rules, you know they screwed up. Caution clock? More like caution blech. Finally back home. Thanks for making a vid about Stewart comments. I left my butt off at Ultimate23Dragon face. Okay, once again, looked up the same video in question, and this was about people wanting to rage out against Tony Stewart about that idiot that got himself killed by trying to grab at Stewart's car while the car was still moving. And I watched the video in question, and at no point was my face brought up. Nice try. Something is wrong if you blow a tire going into turn 1 and still manage to come out four with a chance to win. Ultimate23Dragon says that he's a mega baddie. Remember that. I know what race is in question because it was all over the news. It was Kyle Busch's infamous near win at California, where somebody, I think it was Daniel Suarez, came off turn 2 to pass him, but then he ran out of fuel. And Kyle Busch, still with his blown tire, nearly won, if not for Austin Dillon, thank God. And Kyle Busch nearly tried to wreck him. Keep that in mind. But NASCAR fan 170, that doesn't make Kyle a mega baddie. It makes him a near lucky idiot. That's kind of a difference there. But I appreciate that assumption, but that's not what mega baddies are supposed to be known for. Kyle's not a mega baddie because of his near win in that aspect. He was a mega baddie long ago before that. What's gonna happen now? Will Ultimate23Dragon declare Gentleman Jack G a mega baddie since he represents a British cruiserweight? What? Okay, this is a wrestling reference. And the guy in question is a character in the wrestling world known as Gentleman Jack Gallagher, who is... Okay, this is that person right here. I've only seen him a couple times, most notoriously at a Royal Rumble one year, where he tried to prevent his elimination by floating down with an umbrella. That does not make... He's not a baddie. He's definitely not going to get to Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, mega baddie territory, but he's not a baddie either. He's, weird, but he's not a baddie. Big difference. I nominate Ultimate23Dragon for Season 2 of the Core League. Hashtag Dragon Nation, hashtag Benson Nation. Okay. I appreciate the sentiment, but there's a couple different problems with this. First of all, as far as I know, the entire thing is occurred on PS4s only. I don't even have a PS3. The latest PS anything I have is a PS2, and it's probably going to be that way indefinitely. Because my main gaming interest is Pokemon, I'm always going to be Nintendo type. And I've never done anything with the Xbox stuff either, so that wouldn't work either. That being said, I have seen a couple different things from the Core League, and they have had some strange things happen, to the point, I actually recommended this to Kamikaze Games himself, that if these kind of issues continue, probably the best idea is to mix up the games a bit. For those who don't know, Crash Team Racing is getting a reboot on all 3 major systems, and there will be online play. So my idea was to incorporate other racing games to basically nullify the dirty driving and make it more even with weapons and stuff. And you can incorporate a NASCAR game along with Crash Team Racing and any version of Mario Kart you want, essentially, to make the core racing league more unique and everything. But that's up to those guys. It's just an idea to make things more unique and better during the off-season for those guys. At least I'm trying to help in that aspect. But unfortunately, I don't have a PS4, and I doubt my boyfriend's gonna let me borrow his Switch, because he still hasn't yet. I don't have a Switch of my own. So I'll just continue raising my Pokemon in my Gen 7 games. So that's okay. I do like the recommendation, but it's not likely to happen. Sorry.
I do not understand why Ultimate23Dragon considers Denny Hamlin a heel in NASCAR. Probably still stopping over Brad Keselowski, I guess.
Okay, two funny things about this one. A, that's not Brad Keselowski's Twitter handle, so you already screwed up. And B, the funny part is that Denny Hamlin actually wasn't a heel until later that year that you tweeted this. And not for the obvious reason either. I actually finally decided to declare Denny Hamlin a baddie after he wrecked Martin Truex Jr. at Richmond. Everybody else decided to do the same thing a couple weeks later when he wrecked Chase Elliott at Martinsville. But the truth is, I should have declared Denny Hamlin a bad guy a long time ago. I should have known eventually that Gibbs would corrupt him. And after all these years, he finally did. I should have seen it coming, but better late than never, I guess. Kind of sad, too. I actually hesitated declaring him a bad guy because he's actually from my home state, and I didn't want a third driver from my home state being declared a baddie. Because we had Captain McDonnelly Wrecker and the moron already, but after all this time, Hamlin decided he wanted to be a bad guy. And proved his worth to the bad side in 2017. Multiple times. But for you to assume that Brad Keselowski is the reason... Actually, I don't think there is a Keselowski-related reason why Hamlin was ever considered to be a baddie. And 2008 doesn't count because Brad wasn't one of my guys yet. So nice try.
Is it just me, or is Ultimate23Dragon horribly misinformed about how NASCAR works? Passionate, but horribly misinformed.
Well, unfortunately for you, XXSkids24XX, I was proven right 11 days later.
So this girl on YouTube, Ultimate23Dragon, thinks NASCAR and Fox sucks. You know what I say?
I can't read that language, so I don't know what you say. Can anyone translate this for me? Because I can't read that. I don't read weirdo language, so... Anybody? I'd like Jimmy Johnson if he wasn't such a dick, such as here. But I root for him over number 4 and number 18 any day.
Jimmy isn't a dick if you compare him to Cryle or Kryptonite Kevin.
Using Ultimate23Dragon's definition, I place Jimmy at the top of the baddie list and bottom of the neutral.
My god, you're a huge Ultimate23Dragon fanboy.
Matt, you have better things to do than whine about what I like and you don't.
Get your ass over to Cosmo Motors, will ya?
BK Racing, I live in California. Uh-huh! Where did this conversation go? But seriously, Matt, you do have other things better to do than to whine about me for no reason. Jimmy for me is now a neutral instead of a baddie.
Please stop using Ultimate23Dragon quotes.
Matt, they're not quotes. They're phrases. Quotes would actually be something that a person is known for saying in terms of a sentence. Phrases is basically the word version of that definition. Baddie and mega baddie are phrases, not quotes. Nice try, though.
Vettel, not Vettel, idiot.
Who?
There's not enough Price is Right loser foghorn sound effects to explain the madness this IndyCar race has been so far.
Ultimate23Dragon could probably make a video for that series using only clips from this race.
I know about Ultimate23Dragon too.
She does a good job at finding that all these clips that make the most epic of fails, that's for sure.
But there's no denying that her voice is extremely annoying, lol.
What is with you people and my voice? It's a voice! What do you want me to do? Use a voice changer? Go back to writing things on the screen and that's it? Please explain to me, what is wrong with my voice? It's my voice. There's nothing modified about it. There's nothing annoying about it. It's not my fault that I'm a loud person.
Now Ultimate23Dragon, there's one that is notorious for that.
Notorious for what? I don't even know who this person is, so I can't even tell.
Ultimate23Dragon went as far to do 2 entire videos doing that to my videos. It was a little extreme. Hashtag understatement.
Okay, at RLC Circuit, I don't even know who you are. What did I do to your videos? Were your clips used in a loser foghorn montage or something? I honestly don't know what this is about. And this is from 2012, so it couldn't have been my Price is Right Loser Foghorn series. What video did I do in my first year or two? I wouldn't have a clue. I don't know who this is. Can someone explain that one to me?
Ultimate23Dragon is about 1 comment away from getting blocked. She's the Jim Utter of the YouTube NASCAR contingent.
This is the day later. What is this person talking about? Who is this? Does somebody get this?
Ultimate23Dragon's YouTube channel wants to be a Brad K fan. WTF?
Now, assuming the date I'm going to guess it's after that stupid, ridiculous thing started by that little crybaby and that little instigator. Here's something I don't think you know. Brian Keselowski's been one of my guys since 2010. So you're about 4 years late on that. Nice try. Who would y'all say is the biggest disappointment of this 2018 NASCAR season?
Ultimate Dragon 23.
What does the Destiny Let's Player got to do with this? That person's done nothing to you. What are the odds that Ultimate23Dragon stopped watching NASCAR and immediately her guy wins? Well, considering the date you tweeted that, I would say pretty good. Now all I wonder is what Ultimate23Dragon has to say about this.
Matt Kenseth?
Yep. Hypocritical, whiny, coward. And if you can't understand that, you're Libertine States. Why does everyone hate her? She has done nothing wrong and makes great videos. Finally, someone who speaks the truth.
Being a pain in the behind to Jarrett Lundberg, accusing him of plotting to assassinate Brian France.
What the hell? Okay, massive problem here. Oh, of course, Libertine Sticks. That makes sense. This idiot again. Alright, here is the backstory to this assumption. Jared Lamberg actually is the Iceberg, who's a part of Black Flags Manor's group of friends, who also does that podcast thing that I showed earlier, right? Well, during the Brian France binge watch event of the NASCAR YouTubers, including myself, reacting to Brian France's infamous DUI and drug possession arrest, I did a binge watch for all of these different videos, because I was going to make a playlist for it, and I have. Well, the Iceberg, his attitude towards the situation was way different than pretty much everyone else. You had those that were laughing at it, but were concerning. You had guys that were flat out laughing about it. The Iceberg sounded crazily angry. And when I listened to his video the first time, he made a comment against a comment that I had agreed with. Now, when I agreed with the comment in question, which was a tweet from the Orange Cone, my reaction to that would have been the same thing, in that Brian needs help. before he hurt someone, including himself. When the iceberg debunked that, it sounded like to me the first time that I thought he wanted him dead. Not just out of NASCAR, but out of play. And then 2 different YouTubers, including Black Flags Matter, decides to call me out on it on 2 different videos, his and mine. And I re-listened to the video at their insistence, and while I still heard that rage that I heard from him, I no longer heard the assumption that I thought I heard the first time, that he wanted him dead. And I even apologized to both YouTubers in question. Oh, but nobody acknowledged it. Still trying to make me look like the fool, even though I clearly apologized for what I misheard. Y'all still want to troll. Y'all still want to troll.
She only has 13 videos in the last year. Wouldn't exactly call that active.
Alright, let me explain that one. There's been a lot of things going on, like the big move that I had with my boyfriend, finally moving into our own little place, and the fact I had the job hunt because it was a faraway area, and I really haven't had the time to do anything associated with my videos. What I usually do is try to prep them and then send them out one at a time, unless it was an emergency thing like the Casey Kane video, because that did freak me out, and I didn't want him overdoing it for us. And I hope to be back into the YouTube game soon, because I got a lot of interesting projects coming up, and hopefully I can get them done, but I can't say for certainty that's a thing. So probably 1 or 2 uploads a month is probably what's going to happen. I hope to do maybe hope to get into a pattern of maybe 2 per month or maybe once a week if I can, if I'm lucky. But so far, that's not going to be the main thing associated with that. I'm still going to be involved with YouTube, but it's probably not going to be on a full-time basis. I don't get paid to do this like other people do. This is just something I do to hang out with people that associates with my interest. It's basically my escape from other things. And people's trying to ruin that too, go figure. But, I still intend to be around, and hopefully something can happen, but so far it's going to be, I guess part-time is the main thing, but I do have some big project videos coming up. Not just those mini movies and stuff, big project videos, including one for the middle of next year. My big project video for 2019. Something I really want to do, because I really want to vent on that particular subject. And I'm not telling you what it is until the movie comes out.
Me and my old channel thanks you. Prayers.
I don't follow.
Is Ultimate Dragon 23 the Benson fan? Yeah. She is so cringy.
So apparently the definition for me being cringy is being a Johnny Benson fan. Apparently being a Johnny Benson fan means you're cringy. What has happened to this world?
I mean, my expectations were low, but holy shit. Holy shit.
I wish NASCAR could do something to prevent douchey-booshy blocking, trademark Ultimate23Dragon.
One thing you could do is get rid of 3/4 of the restrictor plate races.
Black Flags Matter. When I look up Ultimate Dragon 23 memes, about the only thing that shows up are your videos, LMAO.
Well, maybe if you actually spell my YouTube name right, maybe you can find something else other than Black Flags Matter. Let's see what happens if I look up that term in that exact wording. What do I find? Oh, look at that! 3 Black Flag Matters videos and that's it. You know what? Let's see what happens and what I find if I do the actual right term. Let's see what happens if I look up myself in terms of memes. Let's see what we find. A whole bunch of nothing, not related to me or Black Flags Matter. So, there you go. Once again, you are wrongo. So, next time you want to do something right, do it right. Don't try and troll a bunch of people just for the heck of it. Not him and not me. Did I see one of David Land's videos on here? Yes, I did. Let's see. A+ start. A bunch of Pokemon stuff. Hollywood Square stuff. Pokemon stuff. I know that anger symbol anywhere. That's definitely Kamikaze Games. I think a couple of these are Raw Gator. Oh, that's funny. I don't think my intro montage talked about anything involving NASCAR Heat Evolution, so that's cute. But seriously, next time you want to do something like that, type my name right. Change my mind. TPT to Ultimate Dragon. Remember her Mega Baddies lol. Throwback Thursday? Oh, I see now. The second person is telling the first person that I'm the best NASCAR YouTuber, not the person the first person said. That's what Throwback Thursday was about in that one. Because July 12, 2018 was actually on a Thursday. That makes sense now. I didn't get this at first, but now I do. So, props to the second person for that one. Okay, let me tell you what I would have told one other person had a similar attempt at an insulting meme against me was still on YouTube. Next time you're going to try and make an insulting meme against somebody, make sure you're actually using a television program that people actually watch. That way they can get the joke better.
According to Diet Do Hunter 88, Jeremy Mayfield will drive for Cobb Motorsports in 2019.
But Ultimate23Dragon is going bonkers over this.
Why would I be going bonkers over this? Jeremy Mayfield's not one of my guys. Hello? Do you see him anywhere in my intros? No, and you never will, because he's not one of my guys. And I'm also more willing to believe that Jeremy was at that shop that day to basically mess with Brian France's emotions. I'll be honest, I don't think Mayfield's ever coming back to NASCAR, because there's no way he's going to go through the Road to Recovery program. That would be funny if something like that actually happened, but it's not going to happen. Are we accurate about Ultimate23Dragon? Nah, 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 nah. I'll give you a hint, only one of you is right, and it's the person who said no.
Ultimate23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 5.
The quote in question is from a game show video! Why would Black Flags Matter came about game shows? Good lord! The video in question was on Wink Martindale's channel, speaking of celebrities having YouTube channels, where they show a background from Chuck Woolery's Naturally Stoned reality show back when GSN did that. That was not a good idea. And I talked about that was one of two things I clearly remember. It was a lingo incident where they tried to figure out whether a word was an actual word or not. And they couldn't get that done. And the other scene I remember was when Chuck was upset he couldn't get something at bulk item store. Someone replied to me to this and corrected me. It's been years since I watched. When was the last time that show was on the air? You tell me the last time that show was on the air. Maybe I'll research it and put it on the bottom of the screen. I don't know. If I remember to do that. But, I knew it was nuisance, but I forgot what the item was. I thought it was ice cream. It turns out it was cottage cheese. For some reason, this guy thought it was dumb. Ooh, that's not the only one, by the way. Same guy trying to be a troll again. Getting my name wrong, by the way.
Ultimate Dragon 23 at her best, lol.
Now, he shows two different clips. The first one, I don't even remember what video that was. But obviously, if I thought he crashed every single time the same way, apparently I was right. Is it just me, or was every single one of his crashes the exact same? So, more than likely, it was a top 5 crash countdown of somebody by Frisky Nixon. That's all I can try to explain. The second one really irked me. I think it was an IndyCar Fatalities video, and somebody made the comment of, you forgot about Greg Moore. And I talked about the fact that this particular person, Greg Moore, by the way, was technically never in IndyCar. The reason he was not in that video was because he was mainly in kart/champ car. This idiot decided to tell me, apparently through this tweet, that the quote was actually inaccurate. Well, since you want to be a freaking idiot in terms of that, here is Greg Moore's racing reference page. And let's take a look at here. Kart, Champ Car World Series, Indy Lights, and IROC. Get to the rest of the page, it's the usual stuff. Bang! He was never in IndyCar. You lose! Again!
Ultimate Dragon 23 Dumb Text Volume 4.
Alright, this comes from a video that somebody posted of one of the Brickyard 400s. If I remember correctly, it's 2006. I was the first person to make a quote on said video, and I said I liked the video for the thumbnail. If you saw the thumbnail, you'd know why. There you go. Now, Mitchell 08213909, what's wrong with that? I'm stating a fact, and apparently you can't handle that.
Ultimate 23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 7.
AKA Mitchell 08213909, Stupid Text Against Me, Volume 7. I remember this when it happened. Frisky Nixon uploaded interesting quotes from 3 different people after the Fall Martinsville 2018 race, where Logano and Truex had a awesome finish coming to the start-finish line. And the interview segments that was captured, one of them said that Kyle Busch was talking about how great Truex did until he got chicken shitted at the end of the race. Which is funny because Kyle is the one most known for being the chicken shitter of today's age. I make note of that, and apparently this idiot, whose avatar is Dale Earnhardt, by the way, tries to say otherwise. You're wrong, you lose. And looking at all this stuff, I think you just played the hypocrite card.
Ultimate Dragon 23's Text Volume 2. This should become a series.
Your dumb tweets should become a series in stupidity. I remember this one. This was a video by Ryan Holman talking about strange things involved with montages and stuff, especially related to open wheel racing. Somebody made a comparison talking about the fact that the Indy 500 for a brief time was a part of the Formula One Championship. Now, for whatever reason, someone who did the video that Ryan Holman found put up a picture of Carl Edwards when talking about American drivers that were involved in this. I'm going, who did this? I asked the question, and somebody responded me by the YouTuber known as WTF1. So I thanked him for the answer. Apparently, this guy thinks I'm an idiot. So what's wrong with me asking a question? Apparently asking questions are stupid now?
Ultimate Dragon 23's Dumb Comments Volume 3.
This is the one and only top-level NASCAR career start for Buddy Lazier, who has a connection with IndyCar's past. And I made the comment that if I had remembered Lazier's one NASCAR start, I would have included in my one-and-done countdown, along with the other IndyCar guys that have made one start. So once again, this guy wants to be cute
So, let's bring up his racing reference page and see what happens. Okay, here we go. There's Buddy Lazier's page, and look, only one truck start. So once again, you lose.
Ultimate 23 Dragon Stem Text Volume 8.
Force fan, I think you've really jumped the shark with your ineptitude series. Alright, this is a Ryan Holman video where he talks about the fact that David Stremme and Penske Racing was not a good combination. Here's the problem. David Stremme in any team was a bad combination. And I make the fact that, off the top of my head, he's the only driver I know to massively fail with 2 major teams. Because before he was with Penske, he was with Ganassi. So, yeah. Also, let it be known that David Stremme has never won a NASCAR race. And he was in NASCAR for just about a decade, if not more. What's that tell you? You know, Black Lives Matter, if you want to eliminate this troll, there's an easy way to do that. Do a NASCAR bust video on him. In fact, probably a better idea is for you and Ryan Holman to do a collaboration video. Since you two are the 2 NASCAR bust video guys, so maybe that'll shut this idiot up once and for all. Just saying. Seriously, are you ever going to stop this? Are you just going to find every single comment I've ever posted and post it as a dumb text for no reason? First of all, it's a comment, not a text. Ugh. Alright.
Ultimate 23 Dragon Stem Text Volume 14.
This is off the first of the videos concerning the 60 in 2018 in the Xfinity series. This was Raw Gators edition. And considering this was a very popular topic throughout the year, I came up with a question. Wonder how many people are going to do this movie. So far, 3.
Ultimate 23 Dragon Thumb Text Volume 13.
AKA Force Fans' idiotic attempt at a stupid series, Volume 13. Okay, let's see what the problem was this time. A very agreeable list, though I'd flip the top 2, to be honest. Okay, this was one of Ryan Holman's videos, where he talks about the top 5 biggest championship upsets in NASCAR history. By the way, he has to update it. His top 2 was Alan Kulwicki and Benny Parsons. He had Kulwicki 1 and Parsons 2. Because of the circumstances involved in those 2 particular seasons, I would have flip-flopped them. So, for you to think that's stupid means you don't agree. And at this point, I don't care.
Ultimate 23 Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 17. Also, Darian said F you, lol.
Which is funny because he posted a comment after that saying to Darian, JK, which means just kidding. But back to the comment in question, this is off the Kyle Can't Win Part 3 video by Frisky Nixon. At the 18-second mark, I say, Douchey Booshy blocking before Kyle's most infamous block later that year coined the term. You could say it's the Fickernism version of Douchey Booshy blocking. The segment that was shown was from the 2009 Daytona 500. By the way, the most infamous speed weeks in racing history. Because how do you have a speed weeks where literally every single race had a controversy? And this was one of the worst ones, because this is Vickernism at its finest. And speaking of brainwashing, oh, let's blame Junior for it because he's the popular guy, even though Brian Vickers started the entire thing by blocking to begin with. I even explained that in a video, and nobody agreed. Which is probably why I'm never going to do a Whose Fault Is It Anyway video again. But anyway, the most infamous Kyle Busch block of all time was from the Daytona race in 2009 in the summer. From the Coke 0400, where he tried to douchey block Tony Stewart and wrecked himself, and once again went off the deep end. So if you think that my text was dumb, I got some news for you!
Ultimate23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 15.
Uh-huh. AKA, this guy trying to be a freaking idiot and troll against me, Volume 15. Alright, let's see what the offending comment was this time. Hey, look! An incident involving Marty Houston that was actually his fault. What movie was that? It was by Frisky Nixon. Which video was it? I think it was one of the damn lap car specials. But there was an incident in 2000 in which Jamie McMurray, for some reason, was involved. And another guy chopped off Jamie right in front of him, which started a chain reaction in which got Marty Houston involved. And Marty, who probably is the most aggressive Houston in NASCAR history, because Tommy's not known for it and neither is Andy, flat out wrecked him. And the reason I said an incident involving Marty Houston that was actually his fault goes back to the 2003 Homestead finale, where everyone is hellbound determined to blame Marty Houston and only Marty Houston for the Brendan Gaughan incident, to which those who don't know, someone blew an engine right in front of Marty and another truck almost spun before Marty did. So, that actually wasn't Marty's fault, but the incident in this video was. So, no, dude, you're the dumb one. Are we seriously doing this again? Alright.
Ultimate23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 18 and 19. 2 in a row. Made my day.
Well, it should be 2 in a row since it came from the same video. Okay, let's see what we got here. How's that Larson clip a choke when he was taken out instead of actually choking? Alright, that's in reference to the Chicago finish, and the point of that was, if you get taken out, you can't be classified as a choke in this. A choke only happens if someone just straight up gets you in the closing laps, and it wasn't because of you crashing or a mechanical or any of that kind of stuff. Chicago was not a choke for Larson. It was Busch at his finest. And I don't mean that in a good way. The second one, you forgot championship winners NASCAR didn't want. The video in question, funny enough, not from Frisky Nixon this time, it was from Raw Gator, was talking about patterns doing the 2018. I want to get to 2019 too. That way I can finally relax. Let's see. We were patterns of 2018. And he showed all the different patterns, but he did forget one. Championship winners NASCAR didn't want. I assure you they did not want Logano winning the championship. I assure you they definitely did not want Reddick winning the championship. And based on who I think they wanted to see win the championship truck, I don't think it was Brett Moffitt either. And hint, it wasn't Johnny Sauter either. I think they wanted Gregson to win the championship. And NASCAR didn't get their way all 3 ways. So, no, not a dumb comment nor a dumb text. Nice try. I hope this guy's enjoying his mainstay in this part of the segment, because he's probably going to be the signature part of this segment with all this editing I'm going to have to do after all of this taping and stuff. Alright.
Ultimate23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 20 and 21.
Alright, now let's see what the problem was this time. Another Raw Gator video. This was one of the meme videos he made, in which he makes fun of Rick Allen's quote where he talks about William Byron's illegitimate championship win, where he says that his racing career started on a computer. For some reason, that blew up. And I made the quote, hashtag, make everything Rick Allen say a meme, because that's literally where this has gotten. If you think Marty Reed was the most picked on non-Mike Joy counterpart, I got some news for you. Rick Allen's been in the Cup Series booth since 2015, I believe. Yeah, 2015. And he's already been picked on more than any other Mike Joy counterpart ever. Ugh. And you guys think I get picked on a lot? Ugh. And the other one, I don't think he knows where this was going, but I sure do. One of the things that was shown was William Byron's illegitimate win at, I think it was Kansas a few years ago, when Ben Rhodes wrecked Johnny Sauter on the last lap with a ridiculous dive bomb move. Going for a win is one thing, taking someone else and yourself out is a totally different thing. Now I remember why I had trust issues with Ben Rhodes. And I kind of still do, but not as bad as it was. At least it didn't blow up in the douchey-booshy territory. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, 2008 Martinsville Spring Truck Race. Really? More of this. A nice screenshot when you decide to capture the comment, by the way, Yahoo. Okay.
Ultimate23Dragon Thumb Text Volume 22. Also, no school for me today since it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, he did this nearly at 1:30 in the morning. Alright, let's see what the problem was this time. Like the video says, what's worse is that same weekend, the primary driver of the #1 car, Steve Park, was injured in the bizarre crash before in the Busch race. Okay, so now we're back to Frisky Nixon videos, huh? This was the Team Killer 2001 DEI Darlington weekend video. And I mentioned that the day before, there's the Steve Park thing, because Funny Bone was actually in the one car in that race. And if you don't know what happened to Steve Park, I advise you don't find out. It was, yeah. But, anyway, the video said it, so apparently you disagree with the video. Now we're disagreeing with videos all of a sudden, even though the video states it. That makes logical sense. This guy being a trollish idiot, volume 16. Alright, let's see what the offending comment was this time. Yes! This is one of the few truck races I've been looking for. Thank you! Alright, will you please tell me what your issue with me finally finding the 2000 Line X225 was?
Ultimate23Dragon's Dumb Text Volume 12. Also, new channel banner for her channel, LMAO. First of all, that's an avatar, not a banner. Second of all, that's a depressed Peridot from Steven Universe, so you better watch it. Third of all, the comment in question relates to a race I was actually looking for, the Truck Series finale of 2000. And it was within this that I learned about the injuries that Greg Biffle suffered, which I'm surprised he actually raced this race, because they already clinched the championship. There was no need for him to run. And, basically everything that is said in this comment is true, so I don't see what your problem is. Except that you're probably a troll, so. Let's get one thing straight. IndyCar is way closer to death than NASCAR. Someone get to the DeLorean. Black Flag Matter is trapped in 1996. From talking about Ultimate Dragon 23 to being Ultimate Dragon 23.
On what planet have I ever said that IndyCar was close to death? Never! But seriously, Black Flag Matter, you're wrong on that one too. NASCAR is way closer to death than IndyCar has ever been. But seriously, the guy he's trying to get to troll me is now the guy he's trying to troll by mentioning me. Can someone explain that logic? Seems like someone is attention hungry. Says the guy who spelled attention hungry all caps in a vertical line. We need more females in the NASCAR social community, but not like this one. She is completely out of control, crazy, and is attacking someone who doesn't deserve it just because she's jealous of his rise in popularity. And people like you is why we're never going to have these major female stars in the NASCAR universe anymore. Because regardless of what the profession of the person is, you guys always want to pick on them more than the male counterparts. Whether it's the YouTubian buddies like me, the reporters like Jenna Fryer, or the drivers like Danica Patrick. All you want to do is pick, just because we're female. That's why we don't have a major female fan base in the NASCAR community. Because of trolls like you! I can tell she must deal with cyberbullying a lot, so I feel for her. To me, if you're a public figure, you should know better. Agreed. I wouldn't say that I've been cyberbullied to a high extent, but I have dealt with it, especially when it comes to the trolls. But that's just me, and I don't know jack of what went on. But usually in cases like this, I always say, you know what? What good do you get out of starting drama? And to be honest, David, this is something that is worthy of discussing over our next lunch meeting about law. Okay, whatever that meant. To be honest, this video has been coming for a while. Her content is questionable, but I don't agree with using her as a punching bag in a public setting like it's been. I'm pretty sure she's autistic, at least to a degree, and the other guy can't stop bragging about getting 2,000 subs. Mega cringe. I'll be honest, I don't know if I have any mental illnesses or not. When I was born, my mom had me tested for all of that stuff, examined my brain and all that stuff, and I came back 100% fine. But I know through experience that there are things that can happen that can change a person's chemical makeup in their brain. So, to be honest, I don't know if I have any issues or not. That might be something I'm going to have to look into. But not now. I know I may catch some flack with this, but I've never personally had any issues with Ultimate23Dragon. We may disagree sometimes on some things, but she's always respected me and vice versa. So no, I'm not interested in joining a crusade against her. Sorry. Balto Racing has always been one of the most underrated NASCAR YouTubers, along with myself, basically the same category, because both of us are a part of the old school generation of the NASCAR YouTube community. And both of us have always been respectful towards each other, just like he said. And I always try to be respectful towards people, but if I see an issue, I want to try and correct it. Yeah, sometimes I don't do it the right way, but a lot of times it's because you tick me off. He understands this, and a lot of people did too, much to my surprise, especially considering the majority do not. But anyway, I am glad that there are some people who do understand how I feel about a lot of these things, and I am happy that people are more respectful in terms of these situations. And one of the other new generation YouTubian buddies actually agreed with him, so that was pretty cool too. The Church of Timmy Hill does not want war and conflicts because that would not be what Timmy Hill wants. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I already voiced that I am not a fan of the church Twitter account things. It's kind of a kind of thing, especially since one tried a parody version of me. By the way, who was ever doing that? Quit. Everyone knows it's not me. Thank you. And whoever did this one for Timmy Hill is absolutely right. Just an easy target for young edgelords to go after. Feels like bullying at times without some treat her in the public eye. I agree 100%. It's weird how it feels like oftentimes people with low production value end up being targeted by people with at least higher production value when it comes to YouTube. She seems like she puts an emphasis on having fun with her videos. And seems like she is being swallowed up by the creators that value production quality over personal enjoyment. Not saying anything about the people in drama with her. It's just an interesting observation. This person got it right on the nose. I do like to have fun with the videos, because the truth is, this is essentially my escape from a lot of things. When I was younger, I only had a few different people to chat with about NASCAR. A lot of them you probably already know. We were a group that hanged out with each other for a lot of years. And I referenced this in one of the Dragonites mailbags when someone asked me about my group of friends when we were all living within the same area. And all of us have since gone our separate ways. And I've only managed to keep in touch with one of them on a decent basis. Have to go find the others again and see if I can get in contact with them. But anyway, I am kind of intrigued by the assumption that my videos are low production. I try to make it as professional as possible while keeping my personality within the videos, which is why I do a lot of the things that I do within the videos while still trying to be myself. But you are right on one thing. I do want to have fun. I want to associate with people I can relate to. And now I wonder if there are people that associate with what I relate to. Because my channel is racing, and I do want to talk racing. But because of all the things going on with the new generation and auto racing itself, most specifically NASCAR, it gets harder and harder to do. And people in drama with her? The correct phrase is people who are having problems. I don't get the drama part thing of it. We're not TNT back in 2002. Someone decided to do a Photoshop, and I thought it was pretty hilarious. They did a top 10 anime battle thing, and they put me and him as the thumbnail. And the only way I would ever see that legit being a thing is if characters based on us fought on Dragon Ball Z or any of their incarnates and stuff. I just found this one funny, to be honest. Okay, moving on. Could someone translate this one for me? I don't speak emoji. To all the people who don't like my channel. And somebody decided to tag me into this for some reason. Alright, let me explain this scenario really quick. Yes, it's true that Black Flags Matter and I had problems. But it was never about his channel. It started with him not understanding what the Mayfield Massacre series intent was about. And then once I discovered the podcast and the thing those guys were saying throughout the podcast, it just exploded. Now, quick update for those who don't know. Black Flags Matter and I have actually talked about it, and we've gotten a better understanding of each other. And believe it or not, all of our problems have been resolved. He understands me better, I understand him better, we both apologize to each other. And everything is now cool between us, and we're actually kind of friendly towards each other. We're more friends in terms of this YouTube community than rivals or enemies or anything like that. So, any assumptions that we are rivals or enemies or we hate each other, no, that was never the case. I've never hated his channel. Because by that logic, I would have blown up at him after his Johnny Benson video, which didn't happen. But anyway, any indication that we hate each other is flat out garbage. We actually understand each other better, and we're friends now, so we're all cool, okay? So, no more of that craziness, got it? Not gonna lie, I think Ultimate23Dragon gets way too much hate. I think it's stupid to hate someone just because they made a video on someone else. I know I made jokes on her in the past, but I feel bad and sorry for said jokes. And I appreciate that.
For those who don't know, this is the guy who earlier in the video made that South Park thing. And I hope he takes my advice about making jokes about someone else next time. Use a TV show people actually watch. And I do accept your apology.
There's some sort of fucking rodent hanging on the door.
Quiet as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse. Rodent? You mean that thing? Hold up. A rodent, huh? So, meet the so-called rodent. This is a Litwick doll.
It's not a rodent.
It's a Pokemon doll. Let me show you what the Litwick doll is for. Get back here. Alright. Let me set this up really quick for you. So the Litwick doll is actually one of the few things that's not limited in terms of decorating, because we don't have the necessary materials to decorate the rooms we want to in our new place. Well, one of the things that we have here is a doorstop up here. But this thing can basically come loose at any time, no matter how many times I try to screw it in. In addition, if anything happens to where the door is automatically flung open or something, it could ding the door right there and cause some damage. To prevent that, Litwick doll. With the Litwick doll, you just attach it to the end over here. Bing. And now you have a nice little decorative thing for any type of part of the year, especially Halloween. And then when you open the door and fling it, bing, no problem. The doll hits it, not the doorstop, and the doorstop, only if it's really hard, could even get to the door part at this point. So basically, decorative and very handy. No damage whatsoever. Yay! Hooray, us. Innovation beats devastation. But seriously, it's a Litwick doll, not a rodent. Who makes this stuff up? A rodent. I just don't know about some of you people. I really don't. I'm not going to start with this situation because it's been resolved, but I do have one question regarding the comment sector. Why did y'all try to bring Danny B Talks into this? And in addition, there was a comment that regarded me directly, which had me confused. Why did you show a t-shirt showing some guy who looks like who has Pyukumuku colored Vegeta hair with the word tryhards on it? I don't get the correlation there. I really don't. That's weird. But then again, seeing what the comment is from, I should have known. I'm not even going to start with this one. This church is spreading hate maliciously. The real Ultimate23Dragon is a nice lady. I am glad that whoever is managing this account actually understands that whoever is doing this ridiculous attempt of trolling me is, yeah, just that. And for those of you who actually think that so-called Church of Me is actually me, nice try. You guys know by now that I'm not on Twitter. I actually wanted to be on Twitter, but now I wonder if I ever should. There are people like this that say I should, but there's so much ridiculousness going on, I'm leaning towards no now. But I am happy that there are some people seeing through the facade of this ridiculousness trying to go against me. So that's cool. I had to laugh. Just recently, the YouTubian overlords put out their YouTube Rewind for 2018,
And it quickly became one of the most hated videos, if not the most hated video in the history of YouTube. Ah, that's nice. Here's a little hint for you. Don't mention Fortnite in your videos, because that's going to be an automatic ugh. Okay. But anyway, one of the YouTubian buddies, who happens to be on Twitter as well, actually had a funny idea pop in his head. What if there were different versions of the YouTube Rewind based on the actual interests and stuff? Like, what if there was a NASCAR one? So he had a few things come to his mind about a NASCAR YouTubers Rewind 2018 thing. He had the podcast stuff, Kamikaze and Ty Dillon having an argument, which I would believe would turn into a fight, based on what happened that entire time. Let's see, two guys having a go at NASCAR Heat 3 on the side. I don't know what that's about. What if racing raging at the race, and maybe Kamikaze too. David Land questioning where IndyCar is. Okay. Two of the guys making dank memes together. Okay. A few guys making a stop motion race. And then the person making the quote just randomly appears and just squeaks quietly, of course. And he asked the question, what would they add? And I had to laugh because someone decided to put me in this, saying, quote, Ultimate23Dragon moaning for attention. What? What does that mean? Moaning for attention. Okay. I've done a lot of things in 2018, but moaning for attention is not one of them. I think what you meant to say was Ultimate23Dragon angrily trying to solve problems. That might be what you're going after. Otherwise, the only other... And personally, I would have every YouTuber having a pitchfork going after someone dressed up as Brian France after what happened at the Watkins Glen weekend. Another thing you probably could have done is try to insert me trying to figure out if people are actually okay. Because there was a good 2-month span where most of my, if not all of my, I think those 3 videos were back to back to back, was asking if people were okay from a physical standpoint. And it happened with Brian France. I did that video on Eric McClure, and I also did that concerned letter video to Casey Kane. And apparently it must have factored into something, because that story went the way it did. But anyway... Moaning for attention. That's hilarious. That's rich. Probably the funniest attempt of an insult against me ever, because that's nowhere close to the truth. It's just that damn funny. Voting for attention. Okay. Serious though, that's not what I've been doing the entire year. I think I've made 20-something videos this year. Absolutely none of them was voting for attention. I'm going to cut the taping for here until I can stop laughing. Then we'll continue.
Look who I found! The douchebag won the championship with only 2 wins, sandbagged the rest of the season, got lucky at Kansas, and ranked Allgaier at Phoenix to make the Final Four, got lucky Cole Custer's crew chief screwed up, and got the lead on luck and the title on luck!
Thanks for watching all year long. Greatly appreciate your support and viewership of NASCAR.
That's one way to do it. What's this got to do with me? I need some of Tyler Reddick's self-control with haters. Apparently someone's mama stopped breastfeeding him at age 11. Hashtag haters gonna hate. And considering that this guy has done attempted idiotic troll movies against me before, I can verify for you that that's true. From looking at a pic of the kid, it wasn't that long ago. That is not... Okay. At E. Morrison 39, I got some news for you. If you think for 1 second that I'm a troll, you got another thing coming. Oh, even better, the troll responded to this. You see that Kind Master logo there? It was edited by me. I don't look like a trap, sorry to disappoint. If you want to see who that actually is, go to the Ultimate23Dragon YouTube channel. You don't look like a trap. I can be funny too. Seeing this picture never gets old, no matter how many times I see it. I don't get the reference. Why am I seeing a bunch of weird laughing, crying emojis? That's supposed to be an expression of anger. I don't see why you're laughing. And now we're going to get to the holy grail of stupidity. Ladies and gentlemen, Reddit. Let's begin. The first one comes from someone posting how this person beat the Johnny Benson Thunder Challenge, arguably probably the hardest Thunder Challenge to ever happen. And what happens in terms of this is that somebody beat the challenge by beating Kurt Busch by 1/1000th of a second. Tap that, Ricky Craven! But anyway, there were a couple comments that caught my attention. The first one was my own opinion on this that somebody actually mentioned. The fact that you won by 1/1000th of a second should not go unnoticed. Game 7 moments. And then we had a troll saying, there's a dragon out there getting wet after reading this. What the hell? What? That was your thought process in terms of this? And this is the first one. The first one. How could it get any dumber than this? I assume I am going to find out. Okay, for some reason, David Land raging out about how NBCSN cut off the IndyCar Championship finale for the last part of the NASCAR race was brought up on Reddit. And, a lot of people raged out against him about this, and I don't know why. I could see where he was going, because they easily could have put the IndyCar race or the rest of the NASCAR race on one of the other networks. That would have been an easy solution. But then everyone would have cried about it because they did this years ago with all the other stations. And then a dumb conversation happened between 4 different Reddit people.
All he does is fucking complain.
That's like 95% of the YouTubers who talk about motorsports. Yet somehow people still tune in. Ultimate23Dragon is on a different level.
Definitely.
Huh? I never mentioned this! What are you talking about? A different level on what? I never once mentioned that until this video! What are y'all talking about?
Man, you guys are dumb in terms of this stuff. Who do they root for?
That YouTuber thinks Mike Joy has a man crush on Newman, but I don't buy it. Finally started avoiding any videos posted by that channel.
Well, too bad for you.
What YouTuber? Ultimate Dragon 23.
What is with everyone calling my channel Ultimate Dragon 23? There is an Ultimate Dragon 23 on YouTube, but that's not me. I'm Ultimate 23 Dragon. What's the one NASCAR video that never fails to astonish you?
Anything uploaded by Ultimate23Dragon. Oh, yeah. here. Particularly her top 10 worst NASCAR drivers videos. Those must be seen to be believed.
Which one? I made 2 of them.
Oh, it's Denny time. He's the one that started this thing!
I think he's the official troll of Reddit.
Those get me every time. Her Mega Baddies list makes me wonder if she's on drugs.
Alright, let me explain something about the Mega Baddies countdown. The truth about that video is that I was not honest about it. I listed 10 drivers that at the time I had a massive dislike for. Only 6 of them qualified as Mega Baddies. And in all honesty, there are 7 Mega Baddies in NASCAR. One of them I excluded from my list on purpose, because I knew that if I mentioned that particular Mega Baddie, most of you would go, wah, you're an idiot, you're a troll, la 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 la, all that garbage I've been hearing for years. But now since I've heard all this garbage for years, I'm actually thinking about revamping it, and since I'm now including other forms of motorsports in my countdowns and stuff, I think I should mention all 10 Mega Baddies. Because only 7 of them come from NASCAR. There are 3 non-NASCAR but are auto racing Mega Baddies. So maybe I should do that. That way you can see how I truly feel about that. Because the funny part about the original Mega Baddie countdown, one of them's not even a baddie anymore. I'll let you figure out which one if you want to watch that video on your own. Continue.
She treats NASCAR like it's some kind of comic book series. It's ridiculous.
What do you think NASCAR's doing to NASCAR? And now, back from insurmountable odds, our hero Kyle Busch conquers the day by stopping Brad Keselowski and Kyle Larson from winning and taking everything for himself.
Our hero, oh, hail Kyle Busch. Oh, he's so awesome. Thank you everyone in NASCAR for doing this.
Shut up. There's your comic book story.
Well, if you see what else she watches, you wouldn't be surprised. Also thought she hates Fox and thinks NBC and ESPN are or were ahead. What the fuck?
They always have been? And what does wrestling, game shows, and Pokemon have to do with this? Newsflash, I know a lot of NASCAR YouTubers like SpongeBob, and, that's the cringeworthy thing to me. So, nice try.
Her reasons are just odd. She wants me to video trying to prove that my droid has some sort of thing for Ryan Newman.
Because he does?
Not sure what brought her to that conclusion. It was a funny vid.
Informative, but not funny. I've made funny vids, but that wasn't one of them.
Thanks. Now I'll never be able to sleep tonight hearing that annoying voice in my head.
Will you people seriously stop bashing my voice?
Ultimate23Dragon, you mean Miramon, lol.
Alright, let me explain what the Miramon logo thing was about. When I did my original intro, I featured the Miramon logo. Miramon, years ago, was the thing that me and my friends made up in order... this is how wild our imaginations were when we were kids. We would transform into different sorts of creatures and beings and stuff to help protect drivers and stuff from destruction and stuff. We called it Miramon, and it's because back in the day, we also had Pokemon going towards the peak of its popularity, and Digimon, which was at its peak, so we just figured the Mon thing would continue because that would be the it thing. So we called it Miramon, which is actually an acronym that later turned out, according to me and 2 of the other Mare kids, called the Mastering Alliance Riot of Monsters, which we transformed into different creatures and all that stuff. So the person talking about the comic thing, you're not far off, but that was years ago. We obviously don't do that now.
She's definitely unique to say the least.
Finally, someone says something that is actually accurate. Thank you. She has the weirdest catchphrases. Mega baddies and douchey booshy blocking. Time for the Miramon Dictionary. Mega baddies. Drivers that you hate so much you absolutely cannot stand them. You will root for anyone else instead of the said drivers. Douchey booshy blocking. Horrendous variants of blocking which is instituted to be seen as dirty racing. There, happy now? Now you know what they mean. So stop bashing the phrases. Make up your own phrases if you want to. You don't have to use mine. Oh god, her videos are cringe factories. Sure. With the introduction of the caution clock, Tony Stewart's dream takes one step closer to being reality. Apparently the dream was for a bunch of carnage and stuff. Okay. Great video about the caution clock. The caution clock came from Kamikaze Games. Here we go again. Ugh. I fucking hate this guy just as much as I do Ultimate23Dragon. NASCAR YouTube is cancer. Says the guy whose name is Nefarious Banana. Whose fault is it any— Oh god, somebody posted one of my videos on the Reddit. Let's see how bad this turns out to be, considering there's a bunch of Vickers lovers on there, apparently. Oh god, never thought I'd see the day when an Ultimate23Dragon video gets posted on here. I got some news for you. All of her videos are just siding with a driver that isn't in her drivers that she hates. Usually all she ever talks about is how much Carl Edwards attempted murder. Attempted murder? See 2010 Gateway. Okay, two things. When's the last time I talked about Carl Edwards? The beginning of 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And here at the end of 2018. That's virtually 2 years. So for you to assume that's all I ever talk about, wrongo. Badly wrongo. In addition to that, all her videos are just siding with a driver that isn't a driver that she hates. There's literally only 7 drivers I despise more than any other in NASCAR. So, your logic is badly flawed on that one. Very badly. What is this thing? You know, for someone whose name is Intelligent Fan, I'm surprised you don't know what a video is. An Ultimate23Dragon video. She hates Vickers, so that's why she solely blamed him. Sure, he did block, but Junior could have lifted. Considering how much speed Junior lost afterwards, I say he did, so... Once again, you're wrong. Ultimate23Dragon, talking about the most relevant, important thing. Now you guys are going to get started on this! Well, it does look like the YouTubian buddies are turning around in terms of the subject, because they're finally starting to see what I see. Maybe the Reddit people do too. Let's take a look. Maybe Mike Joy watches Seinfeld? She's retarded white trash. Mike Joy is never excited when anyone wrecks, nor is he sad when anyone wins. And Raise the Rebel Flag did not watch the video. NASCAR TV opening history. Oh, this ought to be cute. This is another video I did. Oh god, an Ultimate23Dragon video? Oh, William Byron fan. That's great news. Good luck on your driver being the next Casey Atwood. As I recall, she just shows intros, I believe. And this is one of the guys who was trying to bash me earlier. That's cute. Quite a channel, haha. Thank you? Lol, the first 5 seconds made me say, what the hell, until I figured out it was the uploader's intro. Like, wait, what the fuck does NASCAR have a Pokemon intro? Reminds me of my childhood to see Junior won a Pokemon Red Ruby theme with Charmander on the hood, and Charizard blowing flames out the back bumper. That would be NASCAR Racers. She's infinitely worse than Kamikaze could ever be. What is with you people comparing me to Kamikaze Games? There's no correlation between the two of us. Literally. Ugh.
Ultimate23Dragon your clan chooses the 10 worst NASCAR drivers ever, most of which are rare in backmarker cars and half of them won races.
Okay, first things first. First of all, there's a reason I made the term YouTubian buddies, because to me, if you subscribe to my channel, you're more than just a subscriber to me. You're a friend. You're a buddy. You're a pal. Because you're intrigued by what I post, and you want to basically be friends. So, for me, you're more than just a subscriber to me. To call us a clan is massively pathetic. Second problem are these quotes. What is wrong with these people? Oh, of course, one of the usual people we see here.
I dreamed last night that Ultimate23Dragon sent me a computer virus.
Did it have anything to do with the poorly made Pokemon MS Paint art? What are you talking about? I don't do that! The only times I feature paint program stuff is the Pink Car skit video and the montage of our reactions to the 2012 Speed Weeks. And then anytime I had a thought about something. That's literally the only times. Nothing about Pokemon is involved in that.
All I remember is the virus on multiple tabs of porn.
I don't do that either. Don't even start. I hate her due to her voice and her stance on Townley. Oh, finally, a different reason. That makes logical sense. Because obviously my stance on the worst driver in NASCAR history who only won a race because of fuel mileage is an obvious reason to hate on someone. I didn't even know that John West Townley had fans, so that's, today I learned. Yay.
She said when he went to Vegas, all that was repeated in her household was, hell has frozen over.
That is exactly what happened. Dad couldn't believe it. My boyfriend couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And it sucked because if I remember correctly, I think there were 2 baddies in that race and they finished 1-2. Horrible.
Also, a few comments on the video of mine that I am less than proud of.
There's a lot of comments in this video that I've reiterated from you that you should not be proud of. There's another one that I don't understand. Post comes up. Until late 2015, there was a NASCAR fanfiction website, Cringe to Oblivion. The top comment on that fucking post was...
I feel like it was made by Ultimate Dragon 23.
Will somebody care to explain why the hell you brought me up on that? Cause I took a look for about 20 seconds and all I saw was Carl Edwards' love stories. Why the hell did you bring me into this? Oh, and that's not the worst part. The conversation just kept going and going and going.
Looked at that channel. Okay, that's something. It's like NASCAR Nixon meets cringy Pokemon.
You're wrong on both, friends. It's Frisky Nixon meets Pokemon. Nothing cringy about it. The post that started the thing was the cringy part. Just try to watch one of the theory videos and see how long you can last. Which theory video?
I did. Had to stop halfway through. It's so damn bad. NASCAR has probably one of the most cringiest fan bases in all of sports sometimes. And hockey fans online are either obnoxious or furries.
Who made that up?
Well, I'm a hockey fan and a furry, so... Oh, fuck.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Did you just admit to being a furry? Must be 2018.
Or you're a fellow Avs fan. How long have you been in hell? Enjoying your stay? I've been here for a few years. I don't want them to win the cup. I just want to see my team in the playoffs. That will make me happy. That shit is pretty unwatchable. She's gotta be one of the most biased NASCAR YouTubers out there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Holy shit, I remember that channel.
Oh, God. If your name is It's Denny Time 11, there's gonna be massive trouble. I just know it.
Something Johnny Benson.
Not enough of stories about Andy Houston to be her.
So all of a sudden, I see something coming out of the sky. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No! It was Superman! But his head looked like Andy Houston's. That's one of the most awesome things I've ever seen. No wonder he's the spotter for Austin Dillon. Give me a break, people! Next! The Marty Reed saga. A theory that says he left ESPN. Is that the theory video you guys were talking about? Is this the one you guys decided you were going to rage quit for no reason? And make up some dumb excuse? Is this the theory video you were talking about?
ESPN cut Marty because he simply wasn't that good anymore. Bestwick has a history with NASCAR Cup broadcast and the fans. Was a no-brainer coming from ESPN. My only question is, who the hell made the video?
Bobby Hill and Elmo's love child?
I cannot tell you the last time I watched Sesame Street. It's been years, and I can verify for you I have never watched King of the Hill. So nice try.
When I first clicked on this girl's videos like years ago with the intro of wrestling and an obsession with Johnny Benson, I thought it was a 12-year-old squeaker who didn't hit puberty yet.
An obsession with Johnny Benson? Dude, have you ever considered that Johnny Benson is my favorite driver? Why do you think he's in all my intros? Why do you think I'm wearing a Johnny Benson t-shirt right now? Ugh. Odd obsession. That would be like you claiming that Balto Racing had an obsession with Jeff Gordon just because he was in a lot of the intros that he had in his early videos. Newsflash, it's because he's a fan of his. It's no different here. Johnny's in the intro because I'm a fan of his. Wow, you guys are ditz-headed.
Ultimate23Dragon. There's your problem with the theory. The theorist.
Here's your problem with the comment. The commenter.
I watch the videos that girl makes. They aren't the greatest.
Well, not everyone can be Frisky Nixon, so. And then this happened. A couple days after I found Kamikaze's video ranting against Reddit, I found the newest entry against me for no reason. It's the post-race discussion of the Freight Auctions 250 at Talladega. That was the race that NASCAR essentially handed to Timothy Peters. And then one of the common trolls of the damn site...
Ultimate23Dragon roaring intensifies.
And 12 people agreed with him! I did. Oh, and here's a clever comment.
9 out of 10, not enough Benson.
Gee, I wonder why there's not enough Benson. Oh, that's right, the moron's the reason.
Kamikaze raging intensifies because the Gregson wreck KO'd Corbin.
We don't have any... What is with you people trying to compare me to either Black Flags Matter or Kamikaze Games? There's no correlation between the three of us. Got it? Urgh. Wow, you guys are ditsheads.
NASCAR is dead because the WWE is dead. And hey, did you hear about Pokémon?
Okay. Let me explain that one for you. It was the 2015 season finale, and if you remember the 2015 season, you know how BS that turned out to be. Let me set the scene for you very quick, as I remember this clear as day.
Brad Keselowski's leading the race. Kyle Larson's trying to chase him down. It looked like it was going to be a great fight for the win between those two. Could Kyle catch him and pass Brad? Could Brad hold him off? No! Let's throw a debris caution to make sure that Kyle Busch, of all fucking people, gets the lead so he can waltz his way into a championship he shouldn't even have been a part of! Oh, and here's the funny part. A few hours later, Survivor Series decided to basically do the same fucking thing. That's what I thought it was. Had to remember the opponent, but now I remember. We have Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose in a championship match. 2 Clash of the Titans in today's era. It was going to be a great match. And what happens? Yeah, Reigns wins the match, celebrates, and everything is great and handy-dandy. And then Sheamus, playing the part of Kyle Busch, and Triple H playing the part of Brian France, fucking ruins it. The exact same fucking thing. When the best part about that entire fucking weekend was a Pikachu Fest exclusive episode of Pokemon, you know your weekend is fucked up. And if you guys can't get through that through your thick skulls, I can't help you. That pissed me off so fucking bad. Oh, and no one mentioned this, thank God, because I don't want anyone in the game show to get bashed here. But the beginning of that weekend also sucked because the original host of Card Sharks and the main host of Sail for the Century, Jim Perry, died that weekend. So yes, it can get worse than that. So let's see how you guys misinterpreted all this information. I remember Ultimate. She did a video once that claimed to be objective proof that Fox broadcasts were terrible. Heaven forbid people have preferences. Winston Cup 426, maybe you should turn around and say that the exact quote about the people who have made the NASCAR on ESPN or NBC or TNT sucks videos. Basically the same thing. I mean, I'm sure she's a good person outside of the internet and whatnot, but I just can't follow a lot of the stuff she says. Okay. I remember watching her videos. Probably the first time I realized a YouTube account was pure cancer. Says the guy who has a Reddit flair that misspells Jimmy in Jimmy Johnson. On top of that, my boyfriend. Wait, what? Okay, apparently Black Flags Matter was right. I'm the only NASCAR YouTuber that's a female. Thank you for now realizing that. Ultimate23Dragon's a girl. I know. The fact she has a boyfriend is what caught me off guard. I hate these people. I really do. He's on Reddit, actually. I've seen his username float around on that fantasy racing thing that the Reddit of the NASCAR did. Let me explain something to you. This had to happen. There was a post when I was doing these kind of searches that came up. It was a Benson post. And, oh boy. It was, someone made a dumb post on one of the Reddit posts that made a dumb claim that Johnny Benson was a bad driver and he was a bust and all that. The username was Sonic Jets Joe. My boyfriend, whose name is Joe, is a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog and the Winnipeg Jets. So I confront this on him, and he showed me irrefutable proof that that's not his username. He is on Reddit, but I'm not telling you his username on Reddit, so y'all lose. Here's a hint, it's not Sonic Jets Joe. Next, please. Of all the people who I think should shut the fuck up and leave, Ultimate23Dragon's at the top of that list. Well, too bad, I'm still here.
Some of her friends seem to be just as bad. She and her YouTubian buddies did a list of the top 10 worst NASCAR drivers ever. Multiple people voted for Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, the Dillons, Joey Logano, Trevor Bayne, Ricky Stenhouse, and others. Landon Castle, Michael Waltrip, Townley, Derek Cope, and David Ridman that made the list.
Yeah, multiple people as in 2 or 3. That makes sense.
John was Townley as well before he started to get good.
You're joking, right?
Jesus Christ, NASCAR YouTube is one of the worst cancers out there. I can't think of a single channel worth subscribing to that isn't garbage except for maybe NASCAR Nixon.
Or Ultimate23Dragon, or Raw Gator, or Balto Racing. Nice try.
I'm not going to lie, when I first heard of Ultimate23Dragon, I really honestly thought he was a 13-year-old boy who didn't hit puberty yet. Oh.
Why do I get these people? Why the blue hell do I get these people? Can't these guys go back to the wrestling troll sites and just stay there?
I thought she was some 15-year-old girl with too much free time and a shitty MS Paint-like program.
You mean this program?
Same here.
I hate her. Says the guy whose flair is Kyle Larson is bae. What does bae mean? A person's boyfriend or... Oh, God. That explains a lot. Oh, funny. Same here to the guy who thought it was a 13-year-old boy, and the guy who says same here has a flair that says Brad Aslowski. That explains a lot.
I don't hate her. Some of her videos are nice.
Thank you.
But holy fuck, she says some of the dumbest things sometimes.
Like what?
She despises the Cup Series before, yet she still watches it for whatever reason.
Because I want to see NASCAR's stage format fuck up so badly everyone goes into a rage quit and blames Marty Reed for it. Because I just know they'll do that. They will, believe me.
Ultimate23Dragon, just stop.
No, I'm just starting, you Aslowski idiot.
Ah, joke's on them. That new Pokemon episode sucked balls.
It was a Pikachu fest, no wonder.
And that was the best thing of the weekend! What's that tell you? All new Pokemon episodes suck balls.
Well, the Gen 7 anime ain't the best thing in the world compared to prior generations, especially Gen 6. But it's still better than NASCAR in 2015! The Redemption of Jeremy Mayfield. Somebody made a picture talking about all of the things that Mayfield has said over the years. And, this was after Brainless France got himself arrested. And what ends up happening is that for some reason I was brought up.
Maybe Ultimate23Dragon was onto something here.
Referencing the Mayfield Massacre playlist. So, I still cannot believe after all these years and all these things I've said that nobody understood the point of the freaking series. And it got worse. It really did.
I can't get on the Ray Everham bandwagon.
Someone made a post talking about all the things that Ray Everham did wrong as an owner, right? Well, someone in response to the poster,
Jeremy, is that you?
And then somebody after that had the brilliant idea to post,
I was thinking Ultimate Dragon 23.
It's Ultimate 23 Dragon! Ultimate Dragon 23 is taking along at the channel!
ugh,
I remember her.
lol. That's the only trolling thing you said it's Denny Time 11?
Maybe the only NASCAR YouTuber worse than Kamikaze.
Yeah, neither one of us are horrible, so nice try. The voice alone makes her the worst. Why do I try? Why do I freaking try? You know, I haven't done a Dragonair questionnaire in a long time. But that, if I ever do one again, that's probably going to be the next topic. What the hell is wrong with my voice? Ugh. Adorable.
She makes Kamikaze look like Radman or Erica Stepp.
I don't even know who either one of those are, so I couldn't tell for you. I really can't. So somebody made a bunch of WTF memes regarding a weird stoner-like face that it looked like Dale Jr. was wearing that also included an iRacing sweatshirt. And one of them was, what if Jeremy Mayfield was really innocent? And then this happened. What if Jeremy Mayfield was really innocent? Ultimate23Dragon seems strangely obsessed with that being the case. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna nip this in the bud once and for all. I want every single one of you to listen to me close and clear right now. The point of the Mayfield Massacre series was to A, get you guys educated on all these things that NASCAR and Jeremy have said was going on with all these different circumstances, right? The second thing that thing was mainly to accomplish, most signaturely to accomplish, was not to prove Jeremy Mayfield's innocence, but to make sure that what happens with Mayfield doesn't get to the point where his mental health is destroyed and he eventually destroys himself. Why is that the purpose of this? Because of what happened 3 days prior to the entire thing beginning. And I'm not even going to discuss that until sometime next year. You can believe that. Now, if you guys can't figure that out, I'm not going to help you. And I think that is everything. Yep, it's everything. So, hopefully, once and for all, you guys have a better understanding of how I feel about a lot of things, and exactly how trollish a lot of you tend to be. So, let's try and be friends next time. Let's not play the troll card, and for the love of God, stop making fun of my voice. It's my voice. I can't help that. I'm positive there's no such thing as voice adjustment surgery, and even then that'd be $1 billion, which I don't have because I didn't win the lottery. So, anyway, that rant finally out of the way. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a happy holidays. Hopefully, for the love of God, we'll have a great 2019. And let's just try and be friends, okay? That's one of the main reasons I came to YouTube, to be around people that are like me. Not to find more trolls that go wham 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 about racing just like my dad. Okay? Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. This is Ultimate23Dragon. Not Ultimate Dragon 23. And that's my final answer.